Sunita madam.
Ma'am, the live stream has started.
Started. Okay. Good afternoon, students. Welcome in today's moderator session, R.A. Podar College of Commerce and Economics, Mathematics and Statistics. Today's moderator session, which is conducted by myself, Jyoti Wakalkar and Sunita Shinde Madam, with guidance of Kakade Sir. And also I thanks to our principal Madam, Shobna Vasudevan Madam, who gave such opportunity to take our session online. Okay, let's we start our session. I will take your Maths 1 paper and Sunita Madam will conduct Maths 2 paper. In Maths 1, Mathematics and Statistics, which having two papers. First, section 1, that paper 1. When you start your paper, that time you take some precautions, how to write paper, how you will represent your answers. So you will get more marks and it is very nice for you because presentation is very important. So what to do and what to avoid, that things are very special. When you get your question paper, that time you first read instructions. In that first, all questions are compulsory because mathematics, it having two sections, section 1, section 2 with 6 questions. All questions are compulsory. So you remember that all questions are compulsory. Second point, LPP, graph paper is not necessary. Only rough sketch of graph is expected. आपको ग्राफ नहीं ड्रॉ करना है ग्राफ पेपर पर, और आपको आंसर शीट में ड्रॉ करना है. दैट रफ वर्क इज इम्पोर्टेंट. Write answer of section 1 and 2 in same answer book. You are having only one answer book. In that answer book, you write your answers. Section 1 you started, then you should write it completely and then start your section 2. There are 6 questions. 6 questions. In that first 3 questions that are related with the paper 1 means section 1. Second, section 2, question number 4, 5, 6 that related to the maths 2. When you write your answers, you will start your every question on next page. Question 1 आपका complete हो गया है. When you start question 2, you start it on next page. When you writing your answers, that time also take care. आप question 1 write कर रहे तो वहां पर लिखे question 1 A part, उसमें सिर्फ सब क्वेश्चन है फर्स्ट, तो वहां पर राइट कीजिए प्रॉपरली 1 2 3, यहाँ पर नंबर्स नोट डाउन कीजिए. व्हेन यू स्टार्ट बी पार्ट्स तो वहां पर ठीक से राइट कीजिए बी फर्स्ट सेकेंड थर्ड. इन सच वे you write particularly your question number. When you take supplement, attach it properly, write your seat number on it and take sign of your supervisor. At time of exam, don't carry your personal log table. It is provided by exam center or by board. When you write paper, while you applying formula in answer, write original formula on right side. आप आंसर लिख रहे हैं, सपोज आपका इंटीग्रेशन का क्वेश्चन है. In that you are having number of formulae. So which formula you apply here? Suppose you are applying here integration e raised to x f of x plus f dash x dx. That formula you apply. तो वो formula आप right side में write कीजिए. You should mention your formula in your answer. तो क्या होगा, आपका इंप्रेशन बढ़ेगा. इफ यू आर मोर देन 75 या 76 मार्क्स मिल रहे, दैट टाइम दिस थिंग्स आर वेरी इंपॉर्टेंट. ये छोटी छोटी बातें हैं दैट विल इम्प्रूव योर स्कोर. सपोज यू आर अप्लाइंग एनी मेथड, देन यू विल राइट दैट मेथड नेम एंड देन स्टार्ट योर आंसर. आपने बाय पार्ट्स रूल वहां पर अप्लाई किया है तो वहां पर राइट कीजिए अप्लाई बाय पार्ट्स रूल, देन राइट योर बाय पार्ट्स रूल फॉर्मूला and then continue your answer. when you are writing MCQ, that time also you take care. मैंने क्वेश्चन पेपर उसके बाद आंसर्स आए आपके, तो मैंने आंसर शीट ओपन करके देखे, नंबर ऑफ स्टूडेंट्स ओनली राइटिंग आंसर, आपने सिर्फ आंसर लिखा है या किसी ने सिर्फ ऑप्शन लिखा है? नो, देयर इज कंपल्सरी थिंग, राइट ऑप्शन विथ आंसर। यानी फॉर एग्जांपल आपको क्वेश्चन दिया, उसमें आपको आंसर मिला है बी इम्प्लिसिट, तो आप वहां पर राइट करेंगे बी एंड इम्प्लिसिट भी राइट करेंगे। या हमारे क्वेश्चन पेपर में इंटीग्रेटिंग फैक्टर पूछा था, सो यू विल राइट सी में आपको आंसर मिला है तो सी ई रेज टू एक्स, ये पूरा आंसर राइट करेंगे, प्रॉपरली गिव हेडिंग ऑफ दैट क्वेश्चन नंबर एंड राइट योर आंसर। हाँ, also in MCQ questions there are some calculations. If you want to write that calculation, it's okay. Calculation is not important. आपको चाहिए ना तो आप राइट कर लीजिए वो कैलकुलेशन वहां पर, लेकिन जो आपका फाइनल आंसर है यू शुड हाईलाइट दैट आंसर। आपका जो आंसर आया है बी पार्ट ई रेज टू एक्स, दैट्स योर आंसर, तो आप वो आंसर राइट कीजिए, उसको अंडरलाइन कीजिए, तो एग्जामिनर को समझ में आएगा व्हाट्स योर करेक्ट आंसर, व्हाट इज द फाइनल आंसर। व्हेन यू राइट योर आंसर शीट, राइट एवरी स्टेप ऑन नेक्स्ट लाइन, इक्वल टू करके नेक्स्ट लाइन पर आपका आंसर लिखते जाना है। अभी आपने फॉर्मूला में वैल्यू पुट कीजिए की है, वहां पर आप e raised to x f of x plus f dash x dx लिखा है। So in next step you will write what is the f of x, what is f dash x value, तो आप next line पर वो write कीजिए and then again write your answer on next line. Ayushi, we will see your question afterwards. For rough work, extra sheet is not provided. You will write your rough work on last page. जो आपका मेन आंसर शीट रहता है वहां पर लास्ट में 2 पेजेस दिए रहते हैं, उस पर आप एक्स्ट्रा वर्क कर सकते हैं, या आप वहां पर जो आपका मेन आंसर शीट है वहीं पर नीचे 2 लाइन ले लेने, लाइन ड्रॉ करके वहां पर रफ वर्क कर लेना, तो आपका प्रेजेंटेशन भी बेटर रहेगा, आंसर में भी आपकी डिफिकल्टी नहीं आएगी। ओके, when you write your final answer and sub answers, you will underline your sub answer. Sub answer भी हाईलाइट कीजिए, मेन आंसर आ रहा है फाइनल में, that also you highlight, तो क्या होगा, एग्जामिनर will get directly your final answer, बराबर है। So he take here and give full marks, या आपका हैंडराइटिंग ओके है, इट्स गुड, तो उसको तुरंत समझ में आएगा तो फुल मार्क्स देगा। हाँ, अगर आपने हाईलाइट नहीं किया है और आपका हैंडराइटिंग भी गंदा है तो वहां पर बहुत सारे प्रॉब्लम्स आए कि उसको दिखाई नहीं दे रहा है, सो ही विल गिव लेस मार्क्स, मे बी इट हैपन ड्यू टू योर इफेक्ट ऑफ प्रेजेंटेशन। Sir, Ekta, I already told you, when you are solving MCQ questions, that time if there is rough work, you write in your answer sheet. It's okay. आंसर में भी आप लिख सकते हैं जो स्टेप्स है आपके, इट्स नॉट कंपल्सरी कि आप पूरे वहां पर स्टेप्स लिखिए, क्योंकि स्टेप्स को आंसर नहीं है, फाइनल आंसर कौन से ऑप्शन में आपका आंसर है, तो ऑप्शन ए ई रेज टू एक्स, ये आपका आंसर आ रहा है, वो आप राइट कीजिए, दैट्स इंपॉर्टेंट पार्ट। आपका जो भी कैलकुलेशन है वो राइट किया तो भी चलेगा, उसको मार्क्स नहीं है, फाइनल आंसर को मार्क्स है। ओके, सपोज यू हैविंग थ्योरी क्वेश्चन एंड यू गेट योर फाइनल आंसर, देन यू राइट फुल सेंटेंस एट लास्ट ऑफ योर आंसर, तो वहां पर प्रॉपरली आंसर दिखाई देगा, सो इट्स इजी फॉर अगेन your examiner. Attempt compulsory questions and then attempt optional if time permits. In question 2A, 3 questions are given, out of that solve any 2. तो वहां पर you write only 2 questions and again you think yes, third is also easy, I will write that. Don't do that. You will leave space for that third question and go on the question 2B parts. हाँ, आपको अगर लास्ट में टाइम बचा है, then you will come on that question and write that answer. First you should complete your compulsory part and then write extra question. तो extra question के लिए space छोड़ दीजिए and afterwards when you are having time you will write that questions. In case if there is mistake in question paper, mention the question number and attempt it. कभी कभी होता है क्वेश्चन पेपर में कुछ तो फॉल्ट आता है, कोई क्वेश्चन में एक आध नंबर या इक्वेशन करेक्ट नहीं रहता है. दैट टाइम यू शुड राइट प्रॉपरली क्वेश्चन नंबर. क्वेश्चन 2A-B, क्वेश्चन 2A में सेकेंड है, सपोज वहां पर मिस्टेक आई है, तो आप प्रॉपरली वो क्वेश्चन नंबर वहां पर मेंशन कीजिए एंड राइट 2-3 लाइंस रिलेटेड टू दैट क्वेश्चन. ये आपने अच्छी तरह से लिखा है ना, तो आपको फुल मार्क्स मिल जाएंगे एज पर बोर्ड रूल. तो क्वेश्चन रॉन्ग है तो मस्ट एंड मस्ट यू अटेम्प्ट दैट क्वेश्चन. उसका नंबर अच्छे से लिखिए, 2-4 लाइन उसके बारे में लिख दीजिए, सो यू विल गेट फुल मार्क्स एज पर बोर्ड रूल. डोंट स्प्लिट द आंसर, कंटिन्यू इट ऑन सेम पेज. या आप आंसर लिखते जा रहे हैं, आपको कुछ स्टेप्स याद नहीं आ रहे हैं, अभी तो याद नहीं आ रहा है, we will write that answer afterwards. You think about that, so you leave space. एक पेज लग रहा है, 2 pages are suppose necessary for that answer. You leave that space and go on the next question. And when you remember that, you will write that answer at the same page. Now, sometimes what happens, students do write that answer on second page. और उसके बाद में उसने नेक्स्ट क्वेश्चन स्टार्ट कर दिया, एंड आफ्टरवर्ड्स ही रिमेंबर दैट एंड ही कंटिन्यू दैट आंसर ऑन पेज नंबर 14. सो व्हाट हैपन, देयर इज नो कंटिन्यूटी, सो नॉट पॉसिबल टू एग्जामिनर टू चेक दैट आंसर. वहां पर लिंक ही नहीं लगेगी, सो हाउ ही शुड चेक योर आंसर. सो टेक केयर अबाउट दैट. यू विल राइट योर आंसर प्रॉपरली. नहीं आ रहा है, स्पेस छोड़ दीजिए एंड गो ऑन नेक्स्ट क्वेश्चन. व्हेन यू रिमेंबर, यू विल राइट दैट. At time of solving questions, if you add table, then draw it completely with pencil and highlight the last row. मैंने पेपर में देखा है कि आपने क्वेश्चन सॉल्व किए, ट्रूथ टेबल था, वहां पर आपने राइट किए, नंबर ऑफ रोज कॉलम्स आपने ऐड किए थे, लेकिन किसी ने उसमें बाइफर्गेशन ही नहीं किया है. PQR, फिर P इंटरसेक्शन Q, ये सारे आपने कॉलम्स तो बनाए हैं, लेकिन वहां पर बीच में पेंसिल से लाइन ड्रॉ कीजिए, सो दे गेट सेपरेट एंड इट्स अंडरस्टैंडेबल फॉर एग्जामिनर. तुरंत दिखाई देगा तो उतने वो अच्छे से पेपर चेक कर सकते हैं. सो टेक दैट प्राइमरी इंस्ट्रक्शंस आर आल्सो इम्पोर्टेंट फॉर इट. आप लिख रहे अच्छे से, उसको आप ठीक से ड्रॉ भी कर लीजिए. In this year also there are activity questions. Question 3C part, in that you are having activity questions. When you are writing answer of activity question, so properly जैसे क्वेश्चन पेपर में दिया है सेम टाइप में आप आंसर में लिखते जाइए. At where you get your answer, जहां पर उन्होंने एक्टिविटी में पूछा है वहीं पर आप आंसर लिखे एंड देन यू मेक अ बॉक्स विथ पेंसिल. पेंसिल से कीजिए, पेन से किया तो गंदा दिखता है, सो बेटर वे यू यूज पेंसिल फॉर इट. तो हाईलाइट हो जाएगा. अगेन इट्स इजी फॉर एग्जामिनर, सो ही विल गिव यू फुल मार्क्स इफ योर आंसर्स आर करेक्ट एंड दे आर डायरेक्टली highlighted, so it's easy. Maths 1 paper pattern. In question paper there are 2 sections. First section, Maths 1, it having 3 questions. First question, A part, select and write the correct answer of the following multiple choice type of questions. 1 marks for each sub question. At here you should write your answer properly. मैंने पहले ही बोला है, ऑप्शन एंड आंसर दोनों भी वहां पर दिखाई देने चाहिए, अदरवाइज यू गेट 0 मार्क्स. एंड ऑल्सो व्हेन यू राइट दिस आंसर, तो क्या करते हैं आप, नहीं ये नहीं आंसर, you will delete that. Again write next line पर आप write करते हैं, again you think it is not correct, so you cut it and again write that. Don't do that. Leave space. If you are not confident about that, then you will come afterwards and write that answer. First जो आपने आंसर लिखा है वही वहां पर करेक्शन के लिए अप्रूव किया जाता है. So if you are not confident, best way you write that answer afterwards. And writing answer option with your correct answer write करना है वहां पर. Compulsory है, 1 to 6 questions are given. All these 6 questions are compulsory. B part, Question 1, B part. State whether the following statements are true or false. At here, in answer, you only write true या false. What is your statement? True है तो true लिखे. If it is false, you will write false. Not necessary write the complete statement here. You read that particular notice and then write your answer. कृपाली डोंट मेक मिस्टेक, वही मैं बोल रही हूँ. इफ यू आर नॉट कॉन्फिडेंट यू विल यूज स्पेस एंड आफ्टरवर्ड यू राइट योर आंसर. ठीक है, अभी मिस्टेक हो ही गई है तो आप सिंगल कट मारिए और नेक्स्ट लाइन पर प्रॉपरली क्वेश्चन नंबर डाल के आंसर डालिए वहां पर. ओके हर्ष, ड्रॉ रफ कॉलम. Okay, on the right side you draw that the best way. At the bottom of your answer sheet you do your rough calculation. Question 1C part. Fill in the blanks. You write your proper answer. At here also not necessary to write full sentence. What's your perfect answer you will write here. या आपने sentence लिखा है, on that you write your answer and underline it. Underline किया, so it is highlighted immediately. Understand, so you highlight your answer. Question 2A. Attempt any two of the following. 3 questions are given. Out of that, solve any 2 questions. Each question having 3 marks. So totally 6 marks for question 2A के लिए 6 marks दिए हैं. B part. Attempt any 2 out of 3. Each sub question having 4 marks. So this question B part having totally 8 marks. Again here 3 questions are given. 4 marks का question है तो लिखते समय अच्छे से write कीजिए. Which formula you apply या which method you are applying here. So write that on right side. Right side में write कीजिए और पेपर लिखते समय हमेशा न्यू स्टेप न्यू लाइन पर ही लिखते जाइए. इक्वल टू कीजिए, वहां पर आपकी स्टेप लिखिए. अगेन गो टू नेक्स्ट लाइन एंड राइट दैट. किसी किसी का हैंड राइटिंग अच्छा नहीं रहता, इट्स ओके, तो आप वहां पर थोड़ी सी ज्यादा स्पेस यूज कीजिए, स्पेसियस लिखिए, थोड़े से लाइंस वहां पर छोड़ते जाइए एंड यूर राइट योर आंसर. तो वहां पर अंडरस्टैंडिंग भी होगा और आपको परफेक्ट मार्क्स भी वहां पर मिल सकते हैं. Next question number 3A. Attempt any 2 of the following, 3 marks each. Again at here 3 questions are given. Out of that write only 2. So 2 ही write कीजिए. If you are confident about third, leave space and go to next question. And when you are having extra time, that time you will write that third question answer. B part. Attempt any one of the following. 2 questions are given. Out of that write only 1. It having 4 marks. C part. That easy question actually activity question. यहाँ पर एक्टिविटी में आपको एक्सरसाइज एंड मिसलेनियस क्वेश्चन है, उसमें से ही क्वेश्चन आने वाला है. Okay, activity question, actually that's very easy part. एक्टिविटी क्वेश्चन में कैसे रहता है, क्वेश्चन इज गिवन, आंसर के सम स्टेप्स दिए हैं, वहां पर कुछ तो ब्लैंक रहता है और वो आपको कंप्लीट करना रहता है. सो इट्स इजी. लॉजिकल पार्ट आपने यूज किया तो आपको तुरंत आंसर मिल जाता है, या नेक्स्ट लाइन देखेंगे तो वहां से भी आपको कुछ आइडिया मिलता है. सो यू मस्ट अटेंड एक्टिविटी क्वेश्चन। जो थोड़े पुअर है मैथ्स में तो उनको मैं स्पेशली एडवाइस देती हूँ, एक्टिविटी क्वेश्चन में थोड़ा ऊपर नीचे देखिए, आपको थोड़ा बहुत आंसर में हिंट मिल सकती है। सो यू विल ट्राई फॉर दैट। एंड बेस्ट परफॉर्मेंस देने वाले स्टूडेंट्स, यू शुड राइट एक्टिविटी क्वेश्चन नीटली, प्रॉपरली ब्रैकेट द box that answers, so you will get full marks in activity question। 4 marks है यहाँ पर, और सेक्शन 2 में भी 4 मार्क्स है, तो टोटली 8 मार्क्स, वेरी इजी फॉर यू। एंड ऑल्सो MCQ, फिल इन द ब्लैंक्स, राइट द करेक्ट आंसर, उसमें 12 मार्क्स है, पार्ट 1 पार्ट 2 दोनों भी इजी है आपके लिए। सो यू शुड राइट दैट आंसर प्रॉपरली। नेक्स्ट, टाइम मैनेजमेंट। आप लिखते ही जाते हैं पेपर, आपने सेक्शन 2 स्टार्ट किया है एंड यू कंप्लीट दैट, ज्यादा टाइम यूज कर लेते हैं एंड सेक्शन 1 के लिए बहुत कम टाइम बचा है, तो कैसे राइट करेंगे? सो यू फर्स्ट थिंक अबाउट दैट, यू शुड कंप्लीट सेक्शन 1 इन 70 या 80 मिनट्स मैक्सिममली। एंड सेक्शन 2 यानी मैथ्स 2 है, थोड़ा सा लेंथी रहता है, तो उसके लिए थोड़ा ज्यादा टाइम यूज कीजिए। मैथ्स 1 में कैसे प्रॉपर फॉर्मूले यू अप्लाई, प्रॉपर मेथड यू राइट हियर, then you will get your answer correctly. So when you writing paper 1 answers, that time MCQ questions you should write within 20 minutes, maximumly 20 minutes वहां पर अप्लाई कीजिए। 3 मार्क्स का क्वेश्चन लिख रहे हैं, क्वेश्चन 2A, क्वेश्चन 3A पार्ट्स, that having 3 मार्क्स क्वेश्चन, तो 3 मार्क्स क्वेश्चन के लिए मैक्सिममली यू यूज 7 मिनट्स। 7 मिनट में आपका आंसर कंप्लीट होना चाहिए। When you are writing 4 marks question, question 2B part, question 3B and C part, वहां पर 4 marks के question दिए। For that you utilize maximumly 10 minutes. It's sufficient for you. 10 minutes में आपका complete होना चाहिए 4 marks का question. In such way you complete your paper 1 यानी section 1 complete कीजिए। section 2 के बारे में सुनीता मैडम बताएंगे। And after completing both sections, you are having 30 minutes. 70 मिनट्स आपने 1 को दिए, 110 मिनट्स 2 को दिए, तो आपके पास 30 मिनट्स बचेंगे। उसमें आप पेपर चेक करेंगे, क्रॉस वेरीफाई ऑल आंसर्स आर रिटर्न हियर, MCQ हमने कंप्लीट किया है क्या, बिकॉज इट हैविंग मोर मार्क्स, 12 मार्क्स आपको वहीं पर मिल जाते हैं। सो टेक केयर अबाउट दैट। And lastly you having also check your supplement attachment, आपने perfectly attach किए क्या, number wise आपने attach किए क्या, वो भी देखिए। And also one thing I mention here, when you start your section 1 या 2, आपने एक बार जो section start किया वो complete कीजिए in section 1, 1 2 3 इसी ऑर्डर में लिखना है, ऐसे कंपल्सरी नहीं। सपोज यू स्टार्ट क्वेश्चन 2, तो पूरा कीजिए क्वेश्चन 2, देन स्टार्ट योर क्वेश्चन 1, कंप्लीट कीजिए एंड देन राइट क्वेश्चन 3। जो भी क्वेश्चन आपने चूज किया है वो कंप्लीट कीजिए एंड देन स्टार्ट योर नेक्स्ट क्वेश्चन। सेक्शन भी आपने जो चूज किया है, कंप्लीट दैट सेक्शन एंड देन राइट सेकेंड सेक्शन, दैट्स बेटर फॉर योर मार्किंग स्कीम। Next, chapters. In Maths 1, totally 8 chapters are given. With option, weightage is given here. Mathematical logic, first chapter, it having 8 marks. In that chapter, very easy topics are given. First, statement यानी सिर्फ yes or no आंसर आता है, उसको ही हम स्टेटमेंट कॉल करते हैं। नेक्स्ट, conjunction, disjunction, implicit, double implicit, इसके questions थे that are very easy. Yeah, related to that, truth table is also given. Truth table generally they ask for 3 marks या 4 marks के लिए आता है। 3 variables दिए तो generally 4 marks के लिए question आता है। And lastly, you should write its answer properly. Tautology आ रहा है, contingency आ रहा है, what you get, you should write at last line. या इक्विवेलेंस दिया है तो आप फिर से वहां पर स्टेटमेंट डालिए, फ्रॉम कॉलम 5 एंड कॉलम 8 वी गेट इक्विवेलेंट स्टेटमेंट। ये आपने राइट किया तो आपको लास्ट वाला 4th मार्क भी मिल जाएगा। इफ यू फॉरगॉट टू राइट दैट तो आपको 3 मार्क्स मिलेंगे आउट ऑफ 4। So this thing is also important. अल्जेब्रिक स्टेटमेंट, अल्जेब्रा ऑफ स्टेटमेंट, वहां पर इजी बात है, आपको नंबर ऑफ लॉस दिए हैं, नंबर ऑफ लॉस कैसे याद करने हैं उसके लिए आप आइडिया यूज कर सकते हैं. सपोज टैटोलॉजी यू विल कनेक्ट विद द यूनिवर्सल सेट. कॉन्टिजेंसी सी आप वहां पर एम्प्टी सेट से रिलेट कर सकते हैं. डिसजंक्शन आप यूनियन से रिलेट कर सकते हैं. कंजंक्शन आप इंटरसेक्शन से रिलेट कर सकते हैं. और जो स्टेटमेंट दिए या लॉस दिए वहां पर सिमिलरिटी भी है, यू शुड यूज दैट. सो इट्स इजी टू अंडरस्टैंड एंड रिमेंबर इट. सेकेंड, मैट्रिसेस. Matrices, in that first part only addition, subtraction. If order of matrix is similar, then you get that answer perfectly. When you are doing multiplication, at that time row multiply to the column and write your answer. It's also okay. When you apply inverse method, what is given in question, which method they use here, क्या उन्होंने प्रॉपरली मेंशन किया है, कौन सी मेथड उनको चाहिए, यू रीड दैट प्रॉपरली. बाय यूजिंग एडजॉइंट मेथड फाइंड ए इनवर्स. ऐसे दिया है तो एडजॉइंट मेथड यूज कीजिए. दे नॉट मेंशन पर्टिकुलरली मेथड, तो आप दोनों से कोई भी मेथड यूज कर सकते हैं, रो रिडक्शन या एडजॉइंट मेथड, दैट्स योर चॉइस. लेकिन परफेक्टली उन्होंने दिया है तो वही मेथड फॉलो कीजिए. आपका आंसर भी राइट आ रहा है, लेकिन आपने गलत मेथड यूज किए तो यू गेट 0 मार्क्स हियर. सो क्वेश्चन ठीक से रीड कीजिए. एंड लास्ट वी हैविंग हियर फाइंड inversion. Use inversion and find x value. Inversion means first we find A inverse. Again A inverse you find by any method, and afterwards you find x equal to A inverse into B. तो ओ मल्टीप्लीकेशन करके यू राइट वैल्यू ऑफ एक्स. इन्वर्शन दिया है वहां पर इन क्वेश्चन, दे मेंशन यूज इन्वर्शन मेथड, तो वही यूज कीजिए. ए इनवर्स फाइंड कीजिए एंड देन यू टेक मल्टीप्लीकेशन. थर्ड चैप्टर डिफरेंशिएशन, it having 7 marks. This chapter is also very simple because in this chapter only basic formula we apply. So when you write answer of this chapter, you should write formula. Which formula you apply here? Integration e raised to x dx, it is equal to, sorry, differentiation, derivative of e raised to x, it is equal to e raised to x. तो ये सिंपल वाले फॉर्मूले या आप वहां पर कौन सी मेथड अप्लाई कर रहे हैं, यू विल राइट दैट. In differentiation, these are simple formulae. You should remember this formula. या मेथड्स दिए, u प्लस v का डेरिवेटिव कैसे लेते हैं, u अपॉन v का डेरिवेटिव कैसे लेते हैं. दीज आर वेरी सिंपल फॉर्मूला. आप इतने ही बाय रिमेम्बर कर लेंगे तो आपको इजी जाएगा. एप्लीकेशन ऑफ डेरिवेटिव्स, इट हैविंग 9 मार्क्स. बड़ा चैप्टर है और उसमें स्कोरिंग भी होता है. ओनली 3 मेन पार्ट्स आर गिवन. फर्स्ट इंक्रीजिंग डिक्रीजिंग मेथड, सेकंड मैक्सिमा मिनिमा, थर्ड इलास्टिसिटी. तो ये तीनों भी वेरी इजी है. यहाँ पर फर्स्ट इंक्रीजिंग डिक्रीजिंग क्या है, एक डेरिवेटिव आप निकालते हैं, लेस देन ग्रेटर देन, उतना ही वहां पर अप्लाई करते हैं. सो इट्स वेरी इजी. नेक्स्ट मेथड क्या आती है, मैक्सिमा मिनिमा. फर्स्ट यू राइट प्रॉपर फंक्शन. पहले फंक्शन फाइंड करना इंपॉर्टेंट है. व्हाट इज दे आस्क इन क्वेश्चन, सपोज दे आस्क गिवन टोटल कॉस्ट इज मैक्सिमम, तो टोटल कॉस्ट फंक्शन यू शुड राइट फर्स्ट. number of equations are given, by using these equations you write your total cost function, एंड उसके बाद उसका फर्स्ट डेरिवेटिव सेकेंड डेरिवेटिव फाइंड कीजिए एंड चेक योर मैक्सिमा और मिनिमा. एंड लास्ट इलास्टिसिटी. इलास्टिसिटी में 2 या 3 ही फॉर्मूले. इलास्टिसिटी का फॉर्मूला, रिलेशन बिटवीन इलास्टिसिटी, एवरेज रेवेन्यू एंड मार्जिनल रेवेन्यू. दिस 2 फॉर्मूले आर इम्पोर्टेंट and you get elasticity marks. And last EPS, that method, 4 formula given and ऑल आर रिलेटेड टू ईच अदर। तो 4 फॉर्मूले आप एक दूसरे से रिलेट करके यहाँ पर याद कर लेंगे तो 4 मार्क्स आपको मिल सकते हैं इन दैट क्वेश्चन। Chapter number 5, integration. It having 7 marks. For integration, at least you remember this basic formula. X raised to n का formula, e raised to x, a raised to x, 1 upon x, u into v, e raised to x, f of x plus f dash x formula. या next f dash x upon f of x. ये 7 या 8 फॉर्मूले एटलीस्ट यू रिमेम्बर दिस फॉर्मूले। सो 3 तो लास्ट में मैंने जो 3 फॉर्मूले लिखे उसमें से आपको क्वेश्चन आता ही है जनरली। बाय पार्ट्स रूल में क्या रहता है, 2 टाइप्स के फंक्शन दिए रहते हैं एल ए ई। फ्रॉम दैट यू विल अप्लाई योर फॉर्मूला। 2 डिफरेंट फंक्शंस दिए तो आप बाय पार्ट्स रूल अप्लाई करते हैं। एग्जाम्पल में ई रेस टू एक्स प्रेजेंट है तो आप ये नेक्स्ट वाला फॉर्मूला अप्लाई करते हैं। एफ डैश एक्स अपॉन एफ ऑफ एक्स, 2 फंक्शन की वहां पर रिलेशन दिया है, डिनोमिनेटर एंड न्यूमरेटर में 2 फंक्शंस राइट किए हैं तो आप वो भी यहाँ पर रिलेट करके इसका आंसर लिख सकते हैं। यानी आपको पहले क्वेश्चन क्या दिया है वो बाय फॉरगेट कर लीजिए, कौन सा फॉर्मूला यहाँ पर करेक्टली अप्लाई होने वाला है, यू राइट दैट फॉर्मूला फर्स्ट एंड देन राइट योर आंसर। फॉर्मूला पहले लिखा ना तो आपको कौन कौन से थिंग्स वहां पर चाहिए, दैट यू विल अंडरस्टैंड। इंटीग्रेशन, I just give that formula. These formulas are very important. Using this formula, you will get definite integration. 5 marks का छोटा सा चैप्टर है, सिर्फ 2 एक्सरसाइज दिए जो मैंने अभी दिखाए थे वो फॉर्मूले if you will by hearts, then definite integration very easy for you. डेफिनेट इंटीग्रेशन अपर लिमिट लोअर लिमिट आपने अप्लाई कर दिया तो आपका आंसर आ जाता है। दिस टॉपिक इज वेरी इजी, सो यू शुड प्रिपेयर दिस। एंड आल्सो एप्लीकेशन ऑफ डेफिनेट इंटीग्रेशन, दोनों भी एक दूसरे से रिलेट करते हैं। डेफिनेट इंटीग्रेशन में क्या है, फर्स्ट एक्सरसाइज में आप मेथड से सॉल्व करते हैं क्वेश्चन और बाद में वहां पर इंटीग्रेशन के लिमिट्स अप्लाई करते हैं। एंड सेकेंड एक्सरसाइज देयर आर लिमिटेड फॉर्मूले, प्रॉपर्टीज या फॉर्मूलेस दिए हैं, उसमें से भी 4 प्रॉपर्टीज है जो मैंने आपको सिखाते समय हाईलाइट्स किए थे। दैट प्रॉपर्टीज आर वेरी इंपॉर्टेंट। यूजिंग दिस प्रॉपर्टी यू शुड राइट योर आंसर। यस जेसिका, टेंजेंट एंड नॉर्मल भी आएगा। जितने भी टॉपिक दिए टेक्स्ट बुक में, टेक्स्ट बुक इज वेरी इंपॉर्टेंट। ऑल पार्ट्स फ्रॉम टेक्स्ट बुक्स आर इम्पोर्टेंट। सिर्फ वेन डायग्राम है जो उन्होंने ओमिट किया हुआ है, बाकी पूरा सिलेबस है हमारे लिए, सिर्फ वेन डायग्राम इज ओमिटेड। Yes, Mistry, we get marks as per steps. If your steps are correct, your formula is correct, then at least you get 1 marks. आपका फाइनल आंसर भी रॉन्ग हो गया लेकिन पहले के जो आपने स्टेप्स लिखे वो करेक्ट है तो आपको मार्क्स मिल सकते हैं। क्वेश्चन बैंक दिया है, उसमें से आप क्वेश्चन की रिवीजन कर सकते हैं। नो, लॉजिक में लॉज है वो आपको प्रिपेयर करने, मैंने अभी तो बताया कि आपको लॉजिक के लॉज आप करते समय क्या प्रिकॉशंस लेंगे या उसको कैसे वहां पर बाय हार्ट कर सकते हैं, आप कैसे उनके रिलेशंस राइट कर सकते हैं। Venn diagram is omitted. Okay, now come on our last topic, definite integration. Definite integration, in that questions are very easy. How you will simplify that question? Limits are given and equation is also given. तो आप अपर लिमिट लोअर लिमिट डालिए, इक्वेशन दिया उसमें से y की वैल्यू राइट कीजिए एंड देन इंटीग्रेट इट। एंड सेकेंड टाइप ऑफ क्वेश्चन एप्लीकेशन में, सेकेंड टाइप का कौन सा आता है, एरिया अंडर द गिवन रीजन। तो वहां पर पैराबोला, सर्कल, इलिप्स, दीज आर गिवन, that standard equations are all of you know, so that time you multiply answer by 4 या 2, और आप उसके लिए डायग्राम ड्रॉ करेंगे रफ में तो आपके लिए बेटर रहेगा. फॉर योर अंडरस्टैंडिंग ड्रॉ दैट डायग्राम रफली. पैराबोला, इलिप्स, सर्कल का क्वेश्चन रहता है, वहां पर आप जनरली डायग्राम ड्रॉ कीजिए. सो यू विल अंडरस्टैंड विच पार्ट इज कवर एंड इट इज प्रेजेंट इन फर्स्ट, सेकेंड, थर्ड या फोर्थ क्वाड्रेंट. तो वहां पर किस मल्टीप्लाई बाय 2 करना है या मल्टीप्लाई बाय 4 करना है, वो आपको तुरंत अंडरस्टैंड होता है. लास्ट, डिफरेंशियल equation and applications. In this chapter, at least first order and degree, that's very easy. And lastly, you having application in a growth and population, it having only 5 questions. 5 questions तो आप easily कर सकते हैं. वहाँ पर भी 4 steps है. First, you write your standard equation and then you find value of A, then value of K, and afterwards you put all values and get your final answer. तो ऐसे आपको 4 मार्क्स आराम से मिल सकते हैं. आपको ये डिफिकल्ट लग रहा है तो एटलीस्ट ये 2 टॉपिक है वो आप कुछ भी करके पूरा प्रिपेयर कीजिए. सो यू विल गेट एटलीस्ट 5 मार्क्स फ्रॉम दिस चैप्टर. ओके, पुअर स्टूडेंट्स, इफ यू वांट यू विल प्रिपेयर फर्स्ट चैप्टर लॉजिक, सेकेंड मैट्रिसेस, थर्ड डिफरेंशिएशन, फोर्थ एप्लीकेशन ऑफ डेरिवेटिव्स. और जो मैंने बाकी के 4 चैप्टर बताए उसमें से जो मेन पॉइंट्स बताए उतने टॉपिक आप प्रिपेयर कर लेंगे तो आपके लिए इजी रहेगा फॉर पासिंग. यस जेसिका, करेक्ट. ऑल क्वेश्चंस विल कम फ्रॉम योर टेक्स्ट बुक ओनली. सर्कल में फाइंडिंग एरिया ऑफ सर्कल, वहां पर एक ही फॉर्मूला दिया है, उतना आप रिमेम्बर कर लीजिए. ज्यादा ट्रिको यूज नहीं करना लगता है. वहां पर साइन इनवर्स 0, साइन इनवर्स π/2, उतनी ही वैल्यू आपको वहां पर यूज करनी है. अमित, ओके. सो आई स्टॉप हियर एंड सुनीता मैडम विल स्टार्ट फॉर मैथ्स 2.
Thank you, Jyoti ma'am. Thank you, Jyoti ma'am, for the wonderful session, which is conducted I think each and every doubt the students which have, it might be solved. So it is a very helpful session for all the students. Now we'll move ahead to the section 2. So let me share the screen first. So we are going to conduct the session on section 2, that is a maths 2. So now before continue, just I want to give an example. Everyone knows cricket. Okay, it is the most popular game. Right? Am I audible?
Yes, ma'am.
Yeah. So cricket is the most popular game, and when I think on cricket and maths, I got some similarity. How? Just if you are lying down on your sofa and if you are watching cricket so many times, 100 times, if you are watching particular match, are you able to play the match? Are you able to do a good batting or bowling? No, obviously no. Same thing happens with the maths. If you are just reading the questions, if you are just reading the solution which is available, and if you are just now, you will think, just I have I read so many times a particular question, and now I will go in the exam and I am able to write the answer of this particular question. No, you can't. Why? Because as a maths is a practical subject, you need to do practice. If you are lacking doing practice, then you are not able to solve the particular question. So knowledge is important. How to apply the knowledge and how to apply knowledge, it is also important. And for that, practice is the most important factor in the subject. Now, if you are doing all these things, then success is yours. Okay, and success is yours. Now, we think while watching the cricket, we think now this thing, the batsman has to play like this way, the bowler has to throw ball like this way, then it will be a six, then it will be a wicket. So when we are actually solving the sum, you will come to know do's and don'ts. Okay, till the exam, we think we had done everything and we are able to solve each and every question. But when we do practice, when we solve several question papers which are available, the prelims papers which we had conducted, the whatever the question paper available, if we are solving, then only we will come to know the loops, holes which we, while solving, we are going to do in the board exam. So practice is a most important thing here. So do practice, solve 2 to 3 question papers and success is yours. Okay. So now moving to our section 2. And you have to, if you had considered the few points in it, how to present the paper, how to write a particular question, which mistakes we have to avoid, then you are able to score good marks. Whatever the fear you have in your mind that maths is a difficult subject and I cannot score good marks, whether I will pass or not, whatever the fear you have, just let it go. Let it go away, because it is very easy to score at least 40 to 50 marks in board exam, including the practicals. Okay, so but you have to put some effort into it. Okay, so give best will come to you. So you have to take some efforts to achieve good marks. Whatever the target you have set, it will be definitely comes to you. So now the points which we are going to be discussed during this session 2 are topic-wise mark distribution and question paper format. Okay, it is important that which topic has a how much weightage it has, it should know, and the question paper pattern also we should know that we can prepare accordingly. Second, question selection. Okay, and third, time management. It is the major factor while solving the paper. Paper presentation and solution of online practice paper, and the last session will end with the question answer session. Okay. The next, mark distribution. Okay, so the topic wise mark distribution is given over here. So topics are, in total we have 8 topics. First one, commission brokerage discount. All the topics I had written over here, and marks with options also given over here. Now, if your target is to pass only, means I want the first class, my target is to achieve 50 to 60 marks. Okay, if your target is to attempt 50 or 60 marks, yeah, 70 marks, then select the topic, right? So if we have considered the time series, in it what we have in time series, only 2 methods are there. First one is a moving average method and second is least square method. Okay, so these methods only we have. It is very small topic and the weightage of this topic is 7 marks. Index number, what is in it? The total topic is depends on the formula. If you by heart the formula, and if you can utilize the whatever given in the question into the formula, then the 7 marks is yours. But you should know all the formula. Next topic, we have a linear programming. Linear programming, 3 types of questions are there. First, formulation of LPP and maximize, minimize. These 3 types of questions are there. So the weightage is of 6 marks. So distribution might be like 3 plus 3 and 4 plus 2. 2 means the objective questions might be asked from this question, from any topic. We cannot say that 4 marks question will come from this topic, 3 marks question will come from this topics, and objective questions will come from this topic. We can't guess. The bifurcation 6, if we have an assignment problem and sequencing, we can have a objective 2 marks, 3 and 4. Bifurcation may like this. So any topic, if you want to score, your target is to pass, your target is to achieve first class in maths, then whatever the topic you are choosing, you have to do it perfectly. You have to do it 100%. Okay, then only you are able to achieve 50 or 60 marks. Assignment problem and sequencing. What is in it? Assignment problem and sequencing. Assignment, maximization and minimization. 2 types of sum are there. Sequencing, 2 machine problems and 3 machine problems. That's it. Only 4 types of questions are there. In assignment, 2 types, and sequencing, 2 types. So the weightage given for this topic with option, it is 9 marks. Okay, so, and the probability distribution, it is the most important topic. The students who has set their target to achieve 100 on 100, 100 on 100. I'm talking about paper 1, paper 2, and the practicals. So, you cannot skip a single topic. You cannot skip a single topic. If we observe your marks with option given are 58, but when we consider the paper pattern, it is of 40 marks, means 18 marks are optional, then also we cannot skip a single topic. Why? Reason is the question paper pattern. Reason behind it is the question paper pattern. If we had considered the format of question paper pattern, everyone knows it because it is similar to the section 1. Now, question number 4A. Now, wherever we are attempting the question, first we have to read the questions very carefully. Now, question number 4A is select and write the most appropriate answer. The most appropriate answer from the given alternatives for each sub-question. That is the question number 4, and same for the question number 1A. But now, for example, if we have a question, the following is, or the following are the components of time series. Question is, listen once again. The following are the components of time series. Options are given: seasonal, trend, third one C is me, and D, both A and B. So while reading these questions, which of the following are components? So first option we read, that is a seasonal. Now we know seasonal is the component of time series, and in hurry we write A seasonal. No, we have to read all 4 options very, very carefully. So the correct answer should be the seasonal, and B option which is given, trend is also the component of time series. So the correct option should be option number D, that is both A and B, that is seasonal and trend. Is it clear? So while attempting the question, we have to read the question as well as the given options very, very carefully. Now, second subpart, that is B, we have to state whether the following statements are true or false. Now, while writing these type of questions, students usually ask, do we need to write the statement? Do we need to correct this? We have to rewrite the correct statement? No, the examiner or we are expecting only to write either it is true or false. So you have to write whether if the statement is true, then you have to write true. If statement is false, then you have to write false. Okay, so sometimes, just for an example, I will tell you, sometimes students write like this. Okay, so like now I know this is true. I think this is not visible. Okay, I couldn't draw like this. Okay, it's okay. So they write like this. It looks like sometimes they like T or F. And while writing T का F हो जाता है, F का बाद में T करते हैं while doing the, then they are confused about true and false. Then when as an examiner, as a moderator, as a chief moderator, while assessing the paper, we got confused whether it is T or false. So in this case, we are not allowing you any marks. We are not allowing you any marks. The third, section C, fill in the blanks. So in fill in the blanks, no need to write the statements. Whatever the blank space is given, that correct answer we are expecting only. And if you wish to write all the statement, then write but highlight, underline the answer. Okay. Section B, next one. Question 5. In question 5 and question 6, it has a similar pattern. Okay, so attempt any 2 of the following questions. Out of 3, you have to attempt 2. Each question carries 3 marks. B, attempt 2 out of 3, each carries 4 marks. Question 6 follows the same nature. 6B, and about the 6C. C, it is an activity-based question. It is activity-based question. Now you will say, ma'am, when we have saw the reduced portion, all the sums from the textbook, all the solved sums and activity questions are omitted. But in this case, any question, any exercise question or the miscellaneous question can be converted as an activity question. Okay, so make note, any activity question which is going to ask in a board exam. So the textbook question, whether it is a miscellaneous or exercise question, it will be converted into the activity question. Okay, so this is the paper pattern. Now, question selection. It is the most important factor. Okay, now when we have question number 5, we have to select any 2 questions out of 3. Same way for a B also, we have to select any 2 questions out of 3. So 2 questions are compulsory. Now, if we know all 3 questions, if we know the answer of all 3 questions, now which question should be selected? So here. Okay. So when we are selecting the question, so we have to select the questions which we are confident about. Okay, and now while writing the paper, we have to attempt it section wise. Section wise means if choice is yours. If we had choose to select section 1, then first complete section 1 and then move to the section 2. Or if you wish to solve section 2 at first, then first complete section 2 and then move to the section 1. That will be. Do not select questions randomly. Randomly means one question, just 5. For question number 5, you have selected, you had attempted it first. Then question number 2, which is from section 1, you had solved it. Then question 6, then question 1, second. Don't do the random selection. First, you have to complete the section which you had choose to solve. Okay. Next, we have select the optional questions about which you are confident and surely knows the answer. Now, 2 questions are there in which you are getting confused. One you know surely, but remaining 2 you have to select one. So, जो भी आपको अच्छे से solve करना आता है, do that first. And if you don't know both the questions, then leave some space to solve the question and jump to the next question. Okay, do not do not try to solve that question for now. Okay, now next. Okay, just I had taken this. Now next, time management. Okay, so the time management is the most important factor if you want to score full marks. Okay, now what is the paper pattern? The paper is of 80 marks, and for this year, board has allotted 200 110 minutes, means 3.5 hours we have to complete the paper. Okay, now if we consider the section 1 and section 2, section 1, it is purely maths. So it will not take more time if you know the concepts clearly. But if we consider the paper 2, it is about statistics. It is about statistics. So it takes more time because of the calculation. So we have to allot more time for a section 2. I think paper 1, if you know each and everything, if you have studied very perfectly, the paper 1 will be completed within an hour. 60 to 70 minutes it will be completed. Now for paper 2, we have to allot around 120 minutes. 120 minutes max to max you have to take to solve section 2. So the time just rough I had given it. It is a flexible. You can utilize time accordingly. Now how, if we have a question, it is depends on question. Question number 4, 12 marks I had given, 12 minutes I had given here. Now, if you want some calculative question is there, suppose time series is there and least square method we have to apply. So it takes more time. Why? Because of the calculation. We have to do more calculation and it depends on the data which is given. Okay, so the numbers are easy, then it is very easy to calculate and it will take less time. So if we have a big numbers, then calculation takes time. So accordingly, you can change the timings. Okay. It is flexible and it changes students to student, but you have to complete the section 2 within 120 minutes. Do not exceed the time. Okay, so at least 20 to 10 minutes, 10 to 20 minutes should be there in your hand at end to cross check the answers. Now, in between, we told you that whenever you are not confident about the question, leave some space, move ahead. In objective also, we told if you're not sure about the particular option number, just leave and move ahead. So that we will do in this 10 to 20 minutes. Highlighting, underline the main answer, check whether we had copied the question correctly. Everything can be done in this 10 to 20 minutes. So it is the most important time that you have to utilize to make the presentation better. The next we have paper presentation. Now, here the first point we have to read the questions very carefully and copy the numerals correctly. Now, why I had written this, copy the numerals correctly? Most of the, if we consider the section 2, it depends on the statistics, means numbers. Now, if in a one problem is there of assignment, matrix is given, and if you had copied a wrong number, instead of 9, if we had copied a 7 or some else number, if we had copied by mistakenly, then you will carry on. Now in maths, if we had changed one numbers, means it will be converted into the another question. It becomes a new question. So means if you had changed the numbers, means you are attempting a different question rather than the question paper. So in this case, the board will not allot you a single marks. So whatever the numerals given in the question paper, you have to copy it correctly into your answer book. Or same mistakes happens while turning the page. Okay, first page it is finished and same matrix or whatever the data we want to copy on the back side. While copying also we do the mistake. So avoid this. Okay, copy the question carefully. Next, now some students write the questions while attempting the particular question. No need. Why to waste the time? To write a question, it will take 2 to 3 minutes and we don't have that much of time to write. And there is no use of writing the question. So instead, better to write the correct question number. Okay, so 5A, if you are attempting second question, write down question number 5A 2. That is enough. And you have to attempt the question, new question on new page, fresh question. It should be there. Okay, now while writing the paper, board has given us the instruction that you can use either blue or black ink ball pen. Okay, so it is preferably you have to use a blue pen. Why? Already might have been discussed in any moderator session, but we have to use blue ink pen. Why? Because examiner uses red ink, moderator black ink, and chief moderator green pen ink. So it is better to use blue ball pen. Avoid using gel pen and fountain pen. So what happens if you are claiming for the Xerox copy of your answer book, then it will not be visible properly when you are using the fountain or gel pen. And after some time, it gets scattered. So it is better to use blue ball pen, which you are used to. Okay, so these are the basic things which we have to take care. Now, whatever the answer we got, we have to use pencil or pen to underline. Don't take extra time. Last 10 and 20 minutes का wait करने की जरूरत नहीं है. When you have completed your answer, just do it by pen or pencil. Underline highlight your answer by pen or pencil. Choice is yours. Okay. So next. Okay. Just I told you about this. While attempting MCQ questions, we have to write correct option number and answer to. Correct option number and answer. If you are writing only the option number or if you are writing only the answer, then board is not going to give you any mark. Okay, it should be both correct option number with answer. So for example, I had written over here, sum due is also called as. So options are given, and while writing, you have to write question number 1. Question number should be written correctly. A face value. A face value. Okay. And now this point also I have discussed. Do not write T or F. It will be confusing if you are writing in hurry. T and F should be clear. Okay. Or else you have to write true or false according to the statement. No need to write the statement and no need to correct the statement. Okay. Only write the question number 1. If it is true, write true. If it is false, write false. Okay. Next. Now, while attempting the objective questions, first attempt you have done. Now, few students are there, the same question they attempt several times. Okay, so in this case, first attempt will be considered. For example, we have 3 questions in true and false. So in how many ways you can write it? 2Q, that is 8 ways you can write. But the examiner, the moderator, the chief moderator will not consider the attempts which you have attempted later on. The first attempt will be considered whether it is correct, whether it is wrong. That on that first attempt only, board will allot you the marks. Now, this is about the objective. Now, what about the long answer, means the question of 3 marks and 4 marks? Okay, so in this case, if you have attempted more than once, 3 marks question or 4 marks question, so the board will consider the best answer. Okay, so board will consider if you had attempted long answer type question more than once, best answer will be considered. Suppose question number 5, second question you have attempted earlier. Now, after later on, you will come to know that you had done some mistake while cross-checking the answer book. And you tried the same question at the end of answer book. In that case, if your the second attempt had scored more marks, 3 marks मिले हैं, and first attempt आपने किया है, you got 2 marks, then your second, the best attempt will be considered. Okay. Now, in case of activity-based question, whatever the question we had given, boxes are also there. So do not add any extra steps there. Whatever the question we had given, same to same, it should be there. And the boxes, just we need to fill. Just make a box while writing in the answer book. So the examiner, moderator, chief moderator have a quick glance on this. So as it is already solved, half solved sums, and only the boxes are given in which you have to fill. So it will be easy to assess the paper, and it is the right way to write the activity question. So this is about the activity question. Now, what about the calculation? In paper 2, we have so many calculations. Each and every question by solving, we have to do the calculation. What about it? Now, you cannot use your question paper to do rough work. Don't write anything on question paper, right? Only your seat number you can write on top of it. And just if you think that this question I can attempt, only tick mark. Okay, that is also not allowed, but selection of question you can do. Question number 4, the objective questions, you cannot tick on the correct option. Don't do that. In this case, copy will be considered. So don't do that. Not to write anything on question paper. So what about the rough work? Where should we have to do the calculations? Do it at the end of answer book. It will be better. It will be better. Okay, so you can do at the bottom of the answer book also, but I preferably tell you do it at the end. Okay, so it will be good. So answer the back side of answer book you have to use as a rough page. Okay. Next. This is about the paper presentation. Everything, the which points you have to consider, which topic you have to do, depends on your target. Whatever you aim, you have decided. We had discussed everything. Okay. Now, yeah, sorry. Now, if you have any questions related to this, just I'll attend the questions. Yeah, we can just, Jessica is asking me, can we draw margin and do rough work instead of end of answer book? Okay. As it is a part of presentation, if you are writing above the margin or to the right side, I think the presentation will not be better. Okay, it is easy. Now, after 10 minutes, you will get the supplements. Okay, after 10 minutes, after half an hour, you will get a supplement. So you can take a extra supplement to solve, or at the end you can write. Okay, it will be better. Yeah, you can solve extra sums if time permits. Yes, obviously you can solve the extra questions too. But first, to complete the compulsory paper, whatever compulsory we have, complete it first, because it is a factor of time management. Now, question number 5B, you know all 4 answers. You know all 4 answers, and you are happy that I know all 3 answers, and this is the time to show my knowledge. I will attempt all 3 questions. Then afterwards, one question take at least 15 minutes, 10 to 15 minutes. So you are wasting your time. Okay, so you wish to attempt extra question. If you have extra time, if you have a last 10 to 15 minutes are there, you have done all cross-checking, then attempt it at the end. First, you need to attempt compulsory questions. Yeah, one question is there, ma'am, will we get the answer sheet before reading time to draw margins? Yes, 20 minutes before you will get your answer sheet. You can fill your seat number, all the details which has been given in on a top page, that you have to fill your seat number, inverts, numbers, everything. And then before 10 minutes, you will get a question paper to read the questions, not to write. You are supposed to read the questions. Okay. Now, will solve sums come in exams? As the board has sent the PDF, the reduced portion, all the solved sums are omitted. Okay, so solved sums, just the numbers are changed. Same type of questions are there in textbook. Okay, in exercise question, in miscellaneous question. Okay, now next, yeah, so any question? Yeah, just let me check the questions. Now, we cannot just how many marks without option in each chapter. No, we cannot. See, because in question number 4, it is not a guessing game that which question will come, which is not going to come in the exam. What is, we have in question number 4, it is totally based, it is objective question only. So we can't guess from which topic it will come, and we cannot segregate it as with option and without option. So if we had considered the weightage of each and every topic, it has a 4, 7. Bifurcation may be any 1 plus 2 plus 3, 2 plus 1 plus 3. Whatever the bifurcation, it depends on that. We cannot decide the compulsory marks. No, it is not like that. Miscellaneous questions might only come in activity questions. No, textbook question, exercise question can be converted, miscellaneous question can be converted into the activity questions, right? But if you want to score 80 on 80, and in section 2, 40 on 40, or in maths, 100 on 100, don't miss a single question. Okay, textbook exercise question as well as miscellaneous question you have to do. And board has some application based question. So what will happen in application based? A numerals can be changed. We are not, they will not going to ask the method which we had not learned in our textbook. So same method will be applied there, but numbers change only, right? If, for example, in an assignment matrix, there in textbook, if it is there 17, 2, 3, like this, and the board had changed, it is 15, 4, and 3. It creates a new question, but it is not out of textbook. It is not out of portion. So we can say it as an application-based question. Suppose in probability, yeah, in integration also, in textbook, if we have a e power 4x and board has given e power 7x, means it creates a different question, but it is not out of portion. So, yeah. So the question is, ma'am, if we solve all 3 questions, will our base 2 will be considered, or the first 2 sums will, which we have solved? Base 2 will be considered. If we attempted all 3 questions, then base 2 answers will be considered. Okay, so this is about the question. Now next, moving apart to this section 1 and section 2, we have a board practical examination 2. So bifurcation is paper 1, 40 marks, paper 2, 40 marks, and for the practicals, 20 marks has been allotted. So how is it? So just moving ahead. Okay, so time allotted for this practical examination. It is a written examination. So time allotted for this examination is 1 hour. Now, how many marks? It is of 20 marks. Now, yeah. So the 5 marks is allotted for your maths journal. Okay. So it is mandatory to have a maths practical book and journal. So 5 marks is allotted for the practical book. Next, the question paper pattern. So the question paper format, 5 marks is allotted for your maths journal practical group, which I already told you. Now we have to attempt any 3 questions out of 4. Okay, so we have to attempt any 3 questions out of 4. Each question carries 5 marks. Each question carries 5 marks. So the question paper pattern, 4 questions will be there. 2 questions from section 1 and 2 questions from section 2. So this is the question paper pattern of a board practical examination, and which will be conducted as per the timetable set by a board. So the dates given during 14th Feb to 3rd March. Practical examination will be conducted. Okay. So this is about the practical examination. So if you have any queries. Yeah. So this is. So now over to Jyoti ma'am to discuss the solution of paper 1.
Okay, madam, thank you. You given very nice presentation related to the maths too. Now we start discussion about the prelim paper. Okay, our prelim paper, which is conducted on 15th January. First section, in that question first, select and write the correct answer of the following multiple choice type of questions. 6 questions are given. From that first question, which of the following is an open sentence? 4 options are given. X is natural number. B, give me a glass of water. C, wish you best of luck. D, I like tea. Open sentence. Open sentence means it's not giving yes or no answer. Yeah, person to person, that answer is changes. That called as the open sentence. So for this question, our answer is I like tea. तो यहाँ पर ऑप्शन के साथ you write your answer. D, I like tea. Next, if A and B square matrices of order n by n such that A square minus B square equal to A minus B into A plus B, then options A, AB equal to BA, B, either A or B is zero matrix, C, either of A and B is an identity matrix, D, A equal to B. So our correct answer, option A into B equal to B into A. Third question, if elasticity of demand eta equal to 1, then demand is eta equal to 1, so its answer unitary elastic. So you write option C, unitary elastic. Fourth question, at here integration they ask. So if you want, you write here calculation. After calculation, you get your correct answer. So after calculation, you should write your answer, but please highlight your answer. So at here, we get its answer B, option B, x raised to 4 upon 4 plus 3x square upon 2 plus 3 log x minus 1 upon 2x square plus c. Fifth question, integration 0 to 2 e raised to x dx. Again, you write its step if it's necessary for your understanding. You solve this in paper and then write your final answer. Because number of students, when they are writing prelim answer sheet, they write only, वहां पर किसी ने सिर्फ राइट किया ऑप्शन डी राइट किया है एंड नॉट राइटिंग इट्स आंसर, या किसी बंदे ने सिर्फ आंसर राइट किया है एंड नॉट गिविंग द ऑप्शन. You write perfect your answer in such way. D, e raised to 2 minus 1. तो पूरा इस टाइप में आप राइट करेंगे, then you get your 1 mark. Calculation is not important, only answer is important with option. Next question, the integrating factor of dy upon dx plus y equal to e raised to minus x is. So after simplification, we get the answer b e raised to x. Next, state whether the following statements are true or false. 3 questions are given. First, for integration x minus 1 upon x plus 1 raised to 3 dx equal to e raised to x f of x dx plus c. Then f of x equal to x plus 1 raised to 2. Given statement is false, so you write only full spelling of the false. Don't write f. Second, the area of the portion lying above the x-axis is positive. Yes, it is right. So we write here true. Third, the order of highest derivative occurring in the differential equation is called degree of the differential equation. No, it is false. So we write in solution false. Next question. Fill in the following blanks. If f of x equal to 7 upon x minus 3, as x belongs to R, x is not equal to 0, then write second order derivative. So again, you will write here calculation, and after that you get your answer. Write it 14 upon x cube. With negative sign. 1 minute. It having 14 upon x cube only. Siddharth. Siddharth is asking 14 into x raised to minus 3. Yes, it's also okay. You will write 14 into x raised to minus 3. You take x cube in numerator, so its sign change, so it's also right. Harpika, in FIP, are we supposed to show the calculation? In true false statement, no need to write your calculation. Answer is important. So you directly write your answer 14 upon x cube. It gives full marks, means you get 1 marks. Yeah, आप write करेंगे 14 into x raised to minus 3. It's also correct. Next question, f dash x equal to 1 upon x plus x and f of 1 equal to 5 by 2. Then f of x equal to log x plus x square upon 2 plus dash dash. तो यहाँ पर आंसर आ रहा है 2. So you write directly 2 या write calculation and afterwards write your solution. It is equal to 2. Shah, he is asking, ma'am, in question number first sub question, the answer should be in first question, open sentence as per person, that question its answer is changes, so we write option D, I like tea as the answer, because I give my answer as I like coffee. Shah gave its answer he like milk. Yeah, someone gave his answer I like tea. So person to person this answer will change. So we will write D is the correct answer. Okay, now fill in the blanks. Third question, order and degree of differential equation are always positive integer. So write your answer positive. Next question, question number 2. At here, 3 marks questions are given. Okay, Neil, I will come on your question afterwards. First, we complete our question paper. Question 2A, express following statement in symbolic form and write its truth value. A quadratic equation has 2 distinct roots or 6 has 3 prime factors. At here, 2 substatements are given. So first, you write here P as the first statement, Q, it defined by the second statement. Write this statement in symbolic form. Or is given, so we use here P or Q. Find both's value, F or F. So after simplification, we get it is F. Therefore, given statement is false. Second sub question. तो यहाँ पर मैंने highlight किया है F is our answer. So you should highlight this, write in bold या underline it. Sub question number 2. Write negation of the given statement. If 2 is prime, then 3 is odd. So again we write P, 2 is prime, Q, 3 is odd. Write this in symbolic form and then write its negation. When you are writing negation of statement, तो आप उसको पहले symbolic form you will write and then write the negation of symbolic form and again make sentence from that symbolic form. Negation में जो आपने write किया है, then write this properly in sentence. So we get final answer. 2 is prime and 3 is not odd. Yeah, you will write 3 is even number. That also correct. Next question that related to the matrix. Matrix A, B, C are provided. Using this matrix, you find value of X. So first, we write here calculation. What is the value of X? So we write C minus 3A plus 4B equal to 5X. Then 5 will move to the right side. So 1 upon 5 equal to C minus 3A plus 4B. Write this part and then we start our calculation. So you apply here number of calculation and then we get value of X. Next, B part question. B part question, which is related to our last chapter question. If population of town increases at a rate proportional to the population at that time, if population increases from 40,000 to 60,000 in 40 years, what will the population in another 20 years? So first we find here standard equation. That equation log x equal to kt plus c. After applying exponential, you will write that x equal to e raised to kt into a. So you simplify this question. First we find value of c. या आपने e raised to c equal to a write किया है तो उसको find कीजिए. And then secondly we use next condition. T equal to 40 years, what is the population? Put that value. Then we get value of the K. As we find value of K, value of C, all these value we will substitute and use last given thing, T equal to 60. That last given thing we apply here. So we get final answer here. Log x equal to 3 by 2 log 3 upon 2 plus log 40,000. And as we cancel log from both sides and under root 3 upon 2 value is provided, we substitute that value. So we get population, it is equal to 73,482. Second sub question. if x square plus 6xy plus y square equal to 10, then show that second order derivative is 80 upon 3x plus y raised to 3. At here, first we differentiate given equation, means find first order derivative. First order derivative, you find that answer is x plus 3y upon 3x plus y. Again, differentiate this, but before differentiating, we make some changes. यहाँ पर 3x plus y, it will move to the left side, so it give our answer easily. So you make that change and then differentiate this equation again. And after differentiating, simplifying, we get it is equal to minus 80, and we put this value in our given equation. गिवन इक्वेशन यहाँ पर फिर से यूज करना है, सिंप्लीफिकेशन करना है, सो यू गेट योर फाइनल वैल्यू एज 80 अपॉन 3x प्लस y रेज़ टू 3. थर्ड क्वेश्चन मेजॉरिटी स्टूडेंट ने सॉल्व किया था एंड दैट इज करेक्ट. फॉर मैन्युफैक्चरिंग x यूनिट्स लेबर कॉस्ट इज 150 minus 54x and processing cost is x square. So using this, first we write here total cost function. Processing cost plus labor cost, you get that function. And then we use this function for finding total cost is increasing. Increasing means you consider it is greater than 0, so that derivative is greater than 0, substitute value, we get x is greater than 27. So cost is increasing when x greater than 27 या x belongs to 27 to infinity. तो लास्ट में आंसर को आप हाईलाइट कर सकते हैं या अंडरलाइन कर सकते हैं. Using next information, price of each unit is 10,800 minus 4x. Find value of x for which revenue is increasing. Again, you find first revenue function. As you get function, you differentiate this and apply condition. It is increasing function, so consider it is greater than 0 and calculate. As you take under root of 900 under root is positive या negative value of 30, but we consider only positive part because x यानी number of units are only positive numbers, so we write x which is less than 30. So we write revenue is increasing when x belongs to minus infinity to 30. Question 3. Find dy upon dx. It is parametric equation x equal to 280 square, y equal to 80 raised to 4. यहाँ पर third variable is also given. Third variable is given, then that question belongs to the parametric function. For solving parametric, we use dy upon dt, dx upon dt. So first you find that derivative separately and then write dy upon dx equal to dy upon dt divide dx upon dt. यहाँ पर x चाहिए dx upon dt and write both answers. So after simplification, we get that value, it is equal to t square. Solve the differential equation. Y cube minus dy upon dx equal to x into dy upon dx. So that question we simplify and write it in variable separable form. Last chapter, its question. So we collect dx with x variable in left side, right side dy with y variables, and then integrate on both sides. So we get our final answer 2y square log 1 plus x equal to minus 1 plus 2y square into c. या आपको चाहिए तो whole equation divided by 2y square. So we get only c in last answer. Next, Find the equation of tangent and normal to the curve 2x square plus 3y square equal to 5 at point 1, 1. So this question, we first find derivative. In that derivative, we substitute value. XY point is given 1, 1. We substitute that value and find particular value. Slope of tangent यहाँ पर मिलेगा -2/3. Similarly, slope of normal only take transpose with negative sign. So 3/2 is slope of normal. And then write our standard equation of tangent y minus y1 equal to dy into dx into x minus x1. Substitute this value and then write equation of the tangent y minus 1 equal to -2/3 into x minus 1. Again make calculation. 3 will move to the left side, multiply -2 multiply in bracket x minus 1. So after simplification, that answer becomes 2x plus 3y minus 5 equal to 0. Already we find slope of normal, it is 3/2. Again, put this value in standard equation of the normal and then write its answer 3x minus 2y minus 1 equal to 0. Now next question, find the matrix X if Ax equal to B, where A equal to 1, 2, 3, second row -1, 1, 2, and third 1, 2, 4, and P equal to 1, 2, 3. Find this X यानी हमें X, Y, Z इनके values find करने हैं. At here, particular method is not given, so row reduction we apply here. In row reduction, what do? You can find here lower triangle elements 0. Lower triangle elements are 0. Then last row, from that we get value of Z. Then substitute this value in second row equation, you get value of Y. Put both values in first row equation, we get value of X. यानी हर टाइम आप रो रिडक्शन कर रहे हैं, that time what is your target? First you find lower triangle elements 0 करने by using R1. So as you simplify by using that method, we get value of X -1/3, next -7/3, and last it is equal to 2. Second question, evaluate integration x square plus x minus 1 upon x square plus x minus 6. In this question, denominator, its factors are possible. X plus 3 into x minus 2 is the factor. यानी यहाँ पर कौन सी मेथड आ सकती है? Partial fraction. But before partial fraction, x square plus x minus 1 is also present and it is similar to our denominator term. So उसको ही हम adjust कर लेंगे. We adjust that term in numerator. Simplify that. After cancellation, what happens? First part give 1. उसके बाद क्या बचेगा? 5 upon x square plus x minus 6. Then the second part will move in partial fraction. तो वहां पर आप partial fraction apply करेंगे. Find value of a and b. Put this value and then write that answer. First तो हमारा easy था. 1 minute. First part easy, we get integration of 1, that value we get x, and then integration of 1 upon x plus 3, 1 upon x minus 2, that's simple, log x plus 3, log modulus x minus 2, and plus c by default come with integration. Next question, definite integration 1 to 2 3x upon 9x square minus 1 dx. That activity question actually यहाँ पर आंसर के साथ बॉक्स आना चाहिए था, but it is typing तो बॉक्स और आंसर अलग अलग हो गए, तो मैंने वहां पर ट्राई किया है 3 is necessary to write in the box. अगेन 9x square minus 1 चाहिए था, दैट बॉक्स विल मूव टू द लेफ्ट साइड, और 1 वहां पर हाइड हो गया था, तो मैंने 3 टाइम्स वहां पर टाइप कर दिया है. एक्चुअली ओनली 1 इज नेसेसरी, सो राइट इन बॉक्स 1 इट इज इक्वल टू टी. डिफरेंशिएशन के बाद फिर से वहां पर आंसर आ रहा है 18x dx इक्वल टू dt. तो बॉक्स में आंसर चाहिए 18x, तो राइट 18x एंड बॉक्स इट. So in such way you will write your answer and properly box that answer. तो finally आपको क्या मिलेगा 1/6 log 35/8. तो 35/8 you write properly at its place. I written here only answers. तो आप बॉक्स के साथ उसको फिट कर लीजिए. Not possible to do both things at same moment. So you get such type of answers. And last, truth table. Using truth table, verify that P or Q and R equivalent to P or Q and P or R. Truth table is given. In that number of values I provided. Some are fill-ups that I written here, and that answer I written on the right side. So first T, second row you will write F, F. In third you write missing values that are very simple, because all of you know or and what is the combination of that. T and T, it is equal to T. F or F, it is equal to F. So using this basic formula you will write all answers. And lastly, we write from column 5 and 8 given statement is correct. P and क्या यहाँ पर P और Q and R equivalents to P or Q and P or R. So lastly you should write this. Box में आपको right side का statement लिखना था, so you will write this in the box. Okay, I complete maths 1 solution. Jessica, you are asking approximately when will be our maths practical. Already Sunita madam given idea about that. 14th Feb to 3rd March that allotted for your practical and oral exam. So you will get notice on short period related to the maths practical. Okay, I complete here. Now Sunita madam will continue for maths 2 solution.
Thank you, Jyoti ma'am. Yeah, the screen is visible.
No, madam. It's not visible. Yes.
Thank you. So we'll discuss the paper which we had practice paper, online practice paper. We had solved already. So I think a question paper is with you as well as the answer book. So you have to cross check whether you have done it correctly, how to give, what is the allotment system, mark allotment system is there. So just cross check with it. So we'll discuss now 4A. So select, I'm not going to read the question now. The first is the sum due is also called as. So our correct answer should be face value. Okay. So second one, the assignment problem is said to be balanced. Balanced, row and column should be the same, means it is a square matrix. Okay. Next. Sorry, I mentioned. So square matrix. Third one, the following trend line equation was developed for annual sales from 1984 to 1990 with 1984 as a base year. So base year is 1984. So the value of X we have to consider here 0. So the value of Y will get as a C, that is rupees 700. Now, the fourth question we have, insurance companies collects a fixed amount from their customers at a fixed interval of time. This amount is called, what we called it as? Premium. Option B. Now, X follows the parameter here we had given 60 and 1/3. So expected value is N into P. So 60 into 1/30. So we'll get the correct answer as 2. Sixth, the quantity index number by simple aggregate method is given by, and the correct option we have a C, that is summation of current year quantity upon base year quantity into 100. So this is about the fill in the blanks. Next. Yeah, question B. State whether the following statements are true or false. So just first we have bxy. Okay, regression coefficient b of x on y line is less than 0, same as this. So then it is positive. So this is, then it is positive. What is the correct value for this is? This should be negative. So the statement is false. Sorry. Okay. Now, the cyclical variation can occur several times in a year. So this statement is also false. The third one, the formula which is given for the Boyle's and Obish price index number, which is related to the Lespios and Pashis. So it is correct. So this statement is true. So now when I was explaining the presentation part, I told you not to write T and false. So when you are writing as it is false, so you write like this, false statement. Afterwards, you think that it might be a true. So if you do like this, this it is not a proper. So T. So the examiner will get confused. First you are writing T, then you are making for this as a F. What we will consider now? See, can you identify what is it, true or false? So either write it, you have to write either true or false. Full spelling you have to write. Don't write T or false like this. Okay. So next, fill in the blanks. That is question number 4C. So dash component of time series is indicated by periodic variation year after year. So the answer is seasonal. Second, if buyer is allowed both trade and cash discount. So first we calculate trade discount. So trade discount is first calculated on list price. And third, price index number by weighted aggregate method is given by, and the formula we have summation of price of current year into weight divided by summation price of base year into weight and multiplied by 100. So that is the correct answers of this objective, and all these objectives are very important if you want to score full marks. Okay. Next. Now, while writing the answers in your answer book, you have to represent like this. So no need to write the questions, just write down the answers, just write down the question number, correct question number. For MCQ, you have to write the option number with correct answer. Okay, so like this, you have to write the answers. Now, question number 5. Question number 5, attempt any two of the following 6 marks. Question is maximize. Objective function is given and it is subject to the constant is also given, and we have to find the maximum value of z. So this is the question which is from the linear programming. Okay, when we have the instruction on the first page of the question paper, we have instructions for LPP graph paper. Sorry, it is by mistakenly repeated. So the graph paper is not necessary. Only rough sketch is expected. So whenever you have this type of question, and don't wait for a graph paper, you have to draw it on your answer. Okay, so now while solving this type of questions, I have written like this. The size of board paper, like paper answer book, is like this only. The pages which I had written on it is the same like the board paper, more or less it is same like the board answer book. So it is available in the any general stores you can buy and you can do practice. Okay, so this is the question number 5A. So while writing, this table is most important. Now here inequality is given, equation is given, x-intercept is given, y-intercept, the points I had written here, and this is the most. If you haven't written the region, whether it is origin side, whether it is non-origin side, right? So if you haven't written the region, your 1 mark will be deducted. So how the marking scheme we have? When you are plotting rough sketch, I have drawn here. So you have to plot the points, you have to draw a line, and you have to shed a region. Visible region you have to shed. So in all, you will get 1 mark. So finding this intersection point E and F, you will be allotted 1 mark if it is of 3 marks, and for the final answer, for calculating all these terms and mentioning the maximum value, the maximum point, you will get 1 mark. So total 3 marks will be allotted. The method, how to apply, how to solve the question, you know very well. So the answer for this is 95. So as I told you, if you have solved like this, allot your marks. You can allot the marks to yourself. So question number 2, we had given for a certain bivariate data, the following information is available. So the data we had given here, and we have to find the correlation coefficient between x and y and we have to estimate x when y is 16, and correlation coefficient is also given, that is 0.6. So whatever given in the question, that we have to write it first. So what we had given, mean will denote it by x bar. Now see, while writing the answers of in maths, while solving the sums, we have to be very careful where is a capital, where is a small, because maths has its own language. It has a different meaning. When we write a small x, when we write a capital X, it has a different meaning. When we write capital R, when we write small r, it has a different meaning. So small r means it is a correlation coefficient, right? X, small x bar, it is a mean. Small x bar, y bar, standard deviation of x, standard deviation of y. Like this we have to calculate. Now what we have to find, we have to estimate x, means we need to find the regression equation x on y. So like when you calculate all these things, no need to calculate this thing. Bxy, if you have calculated, that is a regression coefficient. Substitute in the equation, you will get the regression equation x on y. Allot 1 mark here. For this regression coefficient 1 mark, and for final answer you can allot 1 mark. Okay, now while writing, just I forgot to tell one point here. When while writing we do mistakes, so don't use a white ink. White ink pen is not allowed. Don't use white ink pen. Okay, so just thoda sa cross karke you can rewrite it. but don't use white ink. If you are using white ink, it will be considered it as a copy. Okay, so avoid using white ink. Okay, third question here, we have an annuity. So I always tell you, read the question carefully. Find the amount of an ordinary annuity. Ordinary annuity means, what is mean by ordinary annuity? Okay, so, and we are doing the payment at the end of every quarter, at the end of every quarter. So just we have read the question. Now next, what we have to do here? Now next, solution is here. So first thing, given things we have to write down here. Now here we have to identify the annuity. Here we have an immediate annuity. Why? Because of the amount is invested at the end of every quarter. End means it is immediate. At the beginning, it is D. So now in this step, when we calculate this thing, I, when we calculate I, some students mix it with this, only they directly put into the formula and then try to calculate. Don't do that. Calculate I separately. For this, 1 mark is there. For this type, board has allotted 1 mark. Then you have to find the N formula. You need to write the formula and the substitution you have to do properly and the final answer. So final answer, you have to write the unit. Annuity, it is in rupees, so you have to write rupees, and final answer you have to write in watts. Okay, so the amount of ordinary annuity is rupees 13,435. So for this step, when you substitute, and for the final answer, you have a 1 mark. So distribution will be like this. So those students who haven't done or you didn't remember the formula, at least you can calculate I. And if you calculate I, and if you are trying to attempt, if you are trying to pass, then it will be useful. So just calculate I, and if you forgot the formula, 1 mark you will get. Next. Question number 5B. Attempt any two of the following, each carries 4 marks. So here we had given the question, we have to find the optimum time required to finish the entire task. So it is a sequencing. So now one mistake while doing this, as it is a 3 machine problem, it should satisfy this condition, either minimum of R greater than or equal to maximum Q or greater than or equal to maximum P. Either one condition, if it is satisfied, then we can convert it into the 2 machine problem. This is important, as it is 4 mark question, and then we have to consider 2 fictitious machine. Now look here, I made a table here, right? And here I didn't. So which is looking better, this or this? Obviously this. So we have to draw a table to have a better presentation. Now, there, while finding the sequence, there is a no need to write minimum of GH. Then मैंने लिखा यहाँ पे A लिखा. Then next step यहाँ फिर से table draw किया, C लिखा. So no need to increase the length of the solution. If you got this as a sequence, एक ही step में आपको sequence लिखना है. Okay, so for this you will get 1 mark. 1, 1. Now here also didn't draw the table, so it is not looking good. So you have to draw the table. Okay. So the books sequence I had given P in time, out time, machine Q ka in out time. So all the calculations we had done. Now we have to write the total elapsed time. Okay. So I think I missed the page. So total, no, I haven't missed. So total elapsed time we have to write, and don't forget to write the unit. If you forget to write the unit, and if you are scoring 80 on 80 in board exam, so the mark will be deducted here. Okay, while writing the ideal time also, we have to write total elapsed time minus processing time. And if you want to, for this, we have to write this. And to find the ideal time, we can use the alternative method too. So the difference we have that another method also you can use here to calculate ideal time for machine Q and R. So this will be the marking scheme. Now second question we have here, a bill drawn on the 5th June for 6 months was discounted at a rate of 5%. So this question is there and we have to find the face value. So whatever given, we have to note down it first. It is a standard thing to note down all the given things in the question first. And then what we have to find, what is given, depends on that. We have to do the calculation. So here bill is given. Now from this, we have to calculate the nominal due date. It is 5th December, legal due date, add 3 days. That is a gracing period. So 8th December is a legal due date. And this cash value is also given, percentage is also given, and make a table here. Total days we have, and we have to convert it into the years. Now, face value, we have to consider X. Cash value, we have face value minus banker's discount. Banker's discount formula we have in terms of face value. Okay, and just use the substitution here and calculate. We'll get the value of X as a 43,800 rupees. So the face value of the bill is rupees 43,800. Okay, now see, just I want to show you the presentation here. I had continued with the second sub question. It is not looking that much better. So it is better to start this question on a new page. Okay, so next, we had discussed this. Third question, it is of probability distribution. Already I told you that the mathematics has its own language. Now here I had written small f. Small f means what is the meaning here? If you see the solution, we have a small fx and here we have a capital F of x. So if you have mix here, sabhi jagah agar aapne small hi likha, to it will affect, means you are going to lose your marks. Why? Because it has a different meaning. Small f of x means it is a probability density function, and where capital is distribution function, and the definition we know, that is this one. So minus infinity to xi, that is the integration of minus infinity to x of probability density function. That is the definition of distribution function. So don't, while writing, you have to be very careful while writing the symbols. So small fx and capital fx. So in this, we have to compute this thing. So first, whatever given we had written, then as it is a PDF, it should satisfy this definition. Its value should be 1. And with the help of this information, we have to find K. I had given equation number 1, and then the capital Fx. Capital Fx means a distribution function. The distribution function, definition I had written, function value I had written, K value I have substituted here. I had taken outside the integration, and I had written over here from equation 1, I used the value of K. So this is a definite integration, and then just integrating, solving, substituting upper limit minus lower limit, we got equation 2. Next, we have this, we have to find this probability. So just here I have done, but I haven't used the marker. Don't use that white ink or marker pen. So 1 minus this is the definition. Now while writing the bracket, you have to be very careful. If you miss to write this bracket, then calculation goes wrong. So be careful while writing the bracket. Do the calculations carefully. Check it. This may vary person to person. आप कैसे भी कर सकते हो, but the final answer should be same. So 81 upon 128, that will be the value. Next question. Question number 6A. Attempt any two of the following. So in a multiple choice test with 3 possible answers for each of the 5 questions, what is the probability of a candidate getting 4 or more correct answers by random choice? Okay. So here we had corrected a random variable, it has a correct answer, then P value, Q value. Once you have calculated P and Q, you will get 1 mark here. Here, 1 mark will be allotted. X follows the binomial distribution with parameter 5 and 1 upon 3. This value, function value we have calculated, and this you will get 1 mark, and for final answer you will get 1 mark. Okay, so total 3 marks question. 3 marks is allotted like this. So you have to be very careful while writing. Okay, if you haven't written this, okay, the main function, if you haven't written and you are getting 80 on 80, so 1 mark will be deducted here. Okay, so the right original formula which you are going to apply. It will be applicable for section 1 as well as section 2. Okay, so this is about question number 6A, first sub question. Now, the next question. Yeah, second is again from the probability distribution. We have to find the expected value and variance. So it is of 3 marks. So expected value where you have calculated. One mark will be allotted for this. When you find this term, you will get 1 mark. And for variance, you will get 1 mark. Okay, so you must have to write the original formula here. Okay, so this is about this question. Just cross check your answer. So this LPP formulation sum is there. So all the information is provided over here. So just how to represent. Okay. So this tabular form I had written over here. We have to find the total cost. Total cost we have to find and then make a tabular form which we have a minimum requirement, and depends on that we have to find this constraint. Okay. So non-negativity constraint is there. Non-negative constraint means x and y both are greater than or equals to 0. Okay, so these are the non-negativity constraint. It should have there. So most of the students, you people forget to write this non-negativity constraint. Then you will lose 1 mark. So in this case, when you draw the table or some may like write in a descriptive form. Okay, so when you have this thing, total cost, 1 mark will be there. When you find all these constraint, 1 mark will be allotted. And for this, at the end, minimize z. So the objective function which we had written, which is subject to this is the main. We have to write this. Then 1 mark will be allotted for this. Don't write directly this step. You have to formulate. And at the end, it should be like this. Minimize z is equals to objective function, then subject to the constraint, and here we have to write the non-negativity constraint. Question number 6B, attempt any one of the following. So data is given. It is from the time series. We have to apply the least square method. Okay, now n is odd. Whatever given, we have to use here, make a tabular form, and this trend value calculation, no need to show here directly. You can do it in rough because it takes so much of time. So if you are writing for each and every year, then it will consume a lots of time. So no need to do it just a rough work, and directly values you can write. Okay, so here from the table, whatever we have, that we have to write, and from these two equations we have calculated. So this equation we have to write equations, and then we already, and by equation, by this trend line equation, we had calculated all trend values. So we have to highlight this, and at the end, this was the question which we have to calculate. Now in this case, suppose आपका एक भी value if you have written wrong, then you are going to lose your mark. So digit में difference है, it is okay. Like 1.07 you had written 2.5, 2.4 or 2.9 if you had written, then sometimes it will be considered. 4th digit, if it is quite different, then it will be considered. But a change नहीं होना चाहिए. You can't write 2.2. You cannot write 3.2. Yeah, 3.1. So at least 2 to 3 digit it should be correct. Okay, so then only full marks will be allotted. 2, 3 values are wrong, then 1 mark will be deducted. Okay, second question. It is again regression line. So this is the, we have to write in tabular form, right? So from the data, what we need, which formula we are going to apply, it is compulsory. Means if we keep in mind that which formula we have to apply there, then it is easy to formulate a table. So here I had used the formula. Now this formula total we have to write from table. So when we calculate the mean of x and mean of y, then 1 mark will be allotted here. Regression coefficient, 1 mark is there. Line, 1 mark is there. And for this, we have a 1 mark. If table is wrong, then our answer goes wrong. So do the summation very carefully. See this summation. When we do the summation, some students make a mistake here. Instead of 479, if we had written 478, then whole sum goes wrong because we are going to use all these values in the formula. So do the calculations very carefully, do the summations very carefully because we are using all these values in the formula. If you had done wrong, then your answer will go wrong. So for mean of xy, 1 mark, for coefficient 1 mark, and finding the equation 1 mark, right? This value is a 1 mark. Next question, the activity questions. So I couldn't copy question properly, but here I have an answer. So wherever I have a boxes, exactly this is the question. Only the boxes I had made here, that is only empty. So only we have to fill that boxes. Okay, so we didn't have an idea how many boxes will be there. 8 will be there, 12 will be there. But if you had written one box wrong, then 1 mark will be deducted. That is the in maths we will get either 1 mark or 0. There is a no half mark system. So for a single mistake, for a small mistake, you are going to lose your 1 mark. So you have to write it very carefully. And the last question, we have question number 6C. So here also, just in short, it is given. So same I had written over here. So here the values are given. We have to copy it correctly. Okay, so it is of assignment problem. Assignment here I had written 37. That is the answer. So you can allot marks to yourself. Now just I want to tell about this assignment question. If you have the same question is there and everyone knows how to calculate. Everyone knows how to calculate. Simple calculations we know, addition, subtraction, everyone knows. But while doing this type of question, one paper I got for the verification. Okay, in that here, यहाँ पे subtraction, smallest element we have to subtract. Means here we have a 4 as a smallest element. So 18 minus 4, somehow, why? Because of the limited time span or because of the concentration, I don't know. Because the first standard student also know 18 minus 4 is 14. But somehow one student has written 12 here, right? Instead of 14, 12 has been written over here. Then also examiner will consider it. But if you are getting 80 on 80, then this digit will affect your mark. Okay, so if you have written 12, means you had done mistake here. Means your full answer is not correct. In this case, 1 mark will be deducted. And I have verified one paper in that the student has done same mistake. That's why the girl, it was a girl. So she has lose her 1 mark. One more student I have. So what will be the answer of 1 minus 2 upon 5? So it should be 3 upon 5, right? 1 minus, just I will write here. See, here 1 minus, it is not proper. Okay, 2 upon 5. Okay, what should be the answer for this? 5 minus 2, 3 upon 5. But by mistakenly, if person has written, the student has written final answer 5 upon 3. So means it is wrong, 1 mark will be deducted. So while doing calculations, lots of concentration is needed and required time span should be there. If we have a limited time, then in hurry we do the mistake. So to avoid that, you have to follow. You have to do the time management. This is about today's paper discussion, solution of the section 2. Till just I'll read out the queries here. Yeah. Yeah. So if you have the session is completed here. If you have any queries, if you have any doubts, feel free to ask both of us. I will start question answer session. Yeah, Jessica, 40%, minimum 40% practicals we have to take. So whatever the practical we had taken in the college, that practicals only we are going to ask in a practical board exam. Yeah, it is okay. It is okay to solve expected value variance by using table. Fine.
Sarika, already Sunita madam given that answer. Practicals given in college that you will prepare.
We have to write the trend values, all trend values, and then after we have to calculate for the particular year. Okay, as it is 4-mark question, Mahi. Is clear? Yeah.
Okay, Swarangi, it's okay. Is it okay if we write sub question answer on the same page? Yes, it's possible. You will write sub question on same page.
For the practical examination, dates will be announced soon in a day or two, and it will be put up on your official group. All the information related to the practical examination will be provided on your group. Okay.
Tanvi, we already discussed all practical in our lectures. So no need to send again PDF.
No, for a practical, yes, Mahi Soman is asking, for practical exam, MCQs will not at all be asked. No, we have a subjective paper pattern. As I told you, 4 questions will be asked, and out of 4 questions, you have to solve any 3 questions. No objective questions, no MCQ questions, no true false, no fill in the blanks we are going to ask. The paper pattern I had given already. Okay. Okay, do you have any other doubt except practical examination related to the section 1, section 2, related to the board exam, how to represent? What else if you have?
When you come for practical exam, you should carry your practical book. That's important. It having 5 marks. Any question?
So I think it's done, Jyoti ma'am. So we'll end the session. So all the students wish you a very best luck for your board exam as well as for your future. Do well, okay, and success will be achieved. So I think Arya, thank you for this technical support.
Thank you.
Thank you to Jyoti ma'am also, and I'll thankful to all the faculty members and the principal, Shobna Vasudevan ma'am. Okay, thank you.
Okay, thanks to all of you. Thanks to staff members and all unknown person who support here. Thank you and all the best to students for your practical exam, written test.
Ma'am, there's one doubt on YouTube that for the question number 1A, X is a natural number is also an open statement.
Yes, it's also right.
Okay.
Okay, so we stop here.
Should I end the live stream?
Yes, Arya, please.